y'all, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Jessie with Southern Fried Sushi Gal. This week on What's for Dinner, I have 3 delicious chicken recipes. So let's go ahead and get started. So the first recipe that we have is a baked Caesar chicken recipe. So here I've got 2 chicken breasts, shredded Parmesan cheese, sour cream, creamy Caesar dressing, and black pepper. Alright, so first things first is I cut those chicken breasts in half so they cook a little faster, and I'm putting them in a casserole dish lined with tin foil that's got olive oil spray so that the chicken doesn't stick. Next thing, I'm going to take that pepper grinder and get the chicken coated in the black pepper. You could probably use more seasonings than what the recipe calls for. I think the black pepper was just fine. It definitely didn't need any salt or garlic or anything like that to me. Alright, and so then we're going to take the shredded Parmesan cheese and get that all over the chicken. I'm sure you could use shaker Parmesan cheese if you wanted to, but I just don't think that would be as good, but it would probably work in a pinch. Alright, so now that we've got the chicken coated in the cheese, we're going to make the sauce. I'm going to take that creamy Caesar dressing, put it in a bowl. Sauce is super simple. Right, and then we're going to take sour cream and put that in the bowl, and we're going to get it all mixed up. This sauce was amazing, y'all. I actually don't eat Caesar dressing. I just really thought this recipe sounded kind of yummy, and it was so good. So I got all that mixed up real good. Now I'm going to take the sauce and I'm going to get the chicken coated in that sauce. So simple, but so good. Alright, so we get all the sauce out onto the chicken. And then next I'm going to spread that sauce around so the chicken is coated. That way it stays moist while it's baking and it really gets that flavor in. Alright, a little bit more. So then I'm going to take more Parmesan cheese and spread that over the chicken. And as you know, over here at Southern Fried Sushi Gal, we do not measure cheese with measuring cups. We measure it with our hearts. So put it on until it looks good. So this is what it looks like. We're going to slide it into the oven at 375 for about 30 minutes. And I served this with a Parmesan butter rice and everything but the bagel asparagus. It was amazing. Definitely going to stay in our rotation. So next I'm making some chicken fajita soup. I'm cutting up some bell peppers into slices and putting these into my pressure cooker. This is the same thing as the Instant Pot. It's just called an electric pressure cooker. It's just not the same brand as the Instant Pot, but it does the same thing. So next I'm going to cut up an onion, and then we're going to get that put into the Instant Pot or pressure cooker also. Slide all that in there. I linked a recipe down below. That's what I base this off of, but it is slightly different, so you can follow this or you could follow the recipe, whichever one you would like. Alright, so next I'm going to add in a can of Rotel diced tomatoes. I, of course, have the Aldi brand because that's where I shop. And then I have fire roasted tomatoes. This is the Hunt's brand because Aldi was out of their fire roasted tomatoes. Dump that in there. And then next I'm going to dump in a can of black beans. I had already drained and rinsed these and just put them back in the can to make it easier for this video, but you should definitely drain and rinse them before you put them in there. So I'm putting those in there. And then next we've got 2 tablespoons of taco seasoning. The recipe calls for fajita seasoning. I use my homemade taco seasoning. That's what I had on hand, and I thought it was really good. So 2 tablespoons of that. And then I'm going to take some garlic. I'm going to put in 2 tablespoons of minced garlic, olive garlic, so good. Alright, and then I'm going to put in 8 chicken bouillon cubes, so that's the equivalent of 8 cups of chicken broth. And of course, with those chicken bouillon cubes, I'm going to put in 8 cups of water. I don't keep chicken broth on hand. I either have homemade chicken broth that I make from bones, or I have chicken bouillon cubes. So next I'm going to put in those 2 chicken breasts on top. Then we're going to put it in the actual pressure cooker. I'm going to get this lid on. Get it shut, and then I'm going to shut the valve so the steam doesn't release. There we go. And then I'm going to do the soup setting. Do it for 30 minutes. There we go. All right, so I've pulled the chicken out and I'm going to shred it. This little thing right here, I don't know what it's called. I use it to chop up ground beef as I'm cooking it, but it works really well to do chicken like this. If you just have a little bit of chicken to shred, I just smash it until it's good and shredded. And then I'm going to take that chicken and I'm going to dump it back into the pressure cooker. And then this is how it looks. I topped mine with cheese, green onions, and cilantro, and it was really, really good. I definitely enjoyed it. You should try it. Alright, so next we're going to make some chicken teriyaki thighs. I've linked a recipe down below, but I'm going to do this a lot different. So we got apple cider vinegar, black pepper, garlic, soy sauce, ginger, brown sugar, and of course chicken thighs. The recipe calls for these to be baked. I'm actually going to make these in the pressure cooker instead. So we've got brown sugar instead of the white sugar, and I half the ingredient, and then we've got the soy sauce. Pour that in there with the brown sugar. Next, I've got the apple cider vinegar. We're going to pour that in. Then we're going to do the ground ginger. Again, you could use fresh ginger if you wanted to. I had ground, that's what I used. All right, then we did the black pepper. More black pepper. Then next, we're going to add in some water. A little bit more water. All right, and so then we do garlic. I actually doubled the garlic that the recipe called for. I probably quadrupled it. I mean, I just really love garlic. Don't judge. All right, so now we're going to get that all good and mixed up, and I'm going to push it to the side. All right, so now I'm going to take the chicken thighs, and I'm going to put them in this bag. I love these little stands. I saw them on J. Morrell Stewart's videos. If you watch her, please comment down below. I love her. She's great. But they really hold up bags when you're trying to do freezer meals or put up leftovers or whatever. So anyways, I did 2 chicken thighs per person, and I took the sauce that I made and I'm dumping it into this bag. Get all the sauce out into there. I'm going to close that up. And I'm going to do a little shake, a little shimmy, shimmy. Shimmy, shimmy. Get all those chicken thighs coated. Little toss. All right, there you go. That's what it looks like. I put it in the fridge for a couple hours, let it marinate. So next I'm going to take that bag after it's marinated and I'm going to pour the whole thing back into my pressure cooker. Dump it all out. I'm going to turn the pressure cooker on the meat setting, and then I got button happy and started pressing a whole bunch of things. Look, don't know what's going on. All right, so I did it for 15 minutes. Now the chicken's cooked, and this is my tip, my secret, how I love to do it. I cook bone-in chicken in the pressure cooker, and then I take it out and I put it on a baking sheet like you see right here, and I'm going to put it in the oven and get that skin nice and crispy. That way I know that the chicken is all the way cooked through and the skin is nice and crispy. This is my favorite way to cook bone-in chicken, and my family loves it. So we're pulling all that chicken out, got it on that baking sheet, and now I'm going to slide it right here into the oven. We don't have to let it be in there long, just long enough for it to get that skin good and crispy. So we've got it at 375, and we're gonna put the timer on for about 15 minutes, just until the skin is crispy. All right, so next I took that leftover sauce that from the marinade, and I put it in a pan, brought it to a rolling boil, and then cornstarch mixed with water. I'm going to pour that into the pan of the sauce. There we go. Add the rest of it. I think I'm popping up in just 3, 2, 1. There I am. Put the rest of it. All right, so now I'm going to let the sauce boil. Basically until it becomes more of a thicker gravy-like consistency, because I'm going to use this to put on top of my rice and veggies that I'm going to serve. And there's the chicken. Oh, it's looking so good. All right, so here is the finished product. I did a Asian medley steamable bag from Aldi, and I served it with some jasmine rice, topped with some green onion, and that teriyaki sauce that I made into a thicker gravy, and also, of course, put that on top of my vegetables. It was so good. So good. Alright, well that's it. Thank you everyone for watching. If you enjoyed this week's What's for Dinner, please be sure to like the video and subscribe. I really appreciate all of you that are watching my video and are subscribing to me. If there's anything else you'd like to see, please let me know. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye!